Hello and welcome to the Sunday Preview Rundown. Out of nowhere, or not really if you were paying attention, it's the old world.
It's the old world. Sorry, that's the only thing I could think of.
So, this is going up for pre-order the 6th of January. So we're back to 1 week previews.
Which they should have never swapped from, but whatever.
Now, what we don't know is how long it'll be up for pre-order. It does not say whether this is a 1 week or 2 week pre-order that we could find. Maybe it'll be at the end and I'll eat my own words.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll edit it and make us look stupid, although this is being recorded.
But at the very least, this is all going up for order next Saturday.
On the 6th.
On the 6th of January. So, the Old World core set. Now, it is worth noting that there is no starter box that contains both factions.
Correct.
This is not like the Horus Heresy or most edition launches where it's a 2-player starter box. None of that.
No.
You get one.
No 2 players. Both get your own book.
So, Old World core set, you've got the Kingdom of Bretonnia edition. Comes with 3 Pegasus Knights, Knight on Pegasus Lord, a gaggle.
A knight riding a Pegasus Lord?
Yeah, same thing.
Hell yeah.
A couple squires, couple unit of bowmen, and 2 units.
I like the
cavalry.
formation they put them in. The units of mounts. Don't know why. I just like
It's a wedge formation, so that's a historical thing. It's also something you can do in Total War Warhammer, which is my reference for all of this.
Of course it is.
I
played 20 minutes of that game and decided it was too difficult for me.
of course, most importantly of all, though, you get whippy sticks.
Obviously the best part. And templates?
Which is weird, because I don't know what templates the Bretonnians are going to use.
It's probably magic.
Well, they do get magic, and there is a trebuchet in the Bretonnian book.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of book, this also comes with the book.
The rulebook.
Yes. On the dead side of things, we've got the Tomb Kings, who you've got, 2 units of bowmen, a unit of chariots, 2 units of cavalry that they've kind of decided to put
in 2 different
formations just to mess with me.
I think they're 2 different units, because the right one looks like bows, the left one looks like spears.
Yeah, it's Nehekon cavalry, whether it's spear, you can choose spear or bow version, basically. And 2 of which are new, a Tomb Prince and Lich Priest, riding the Bone Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's worth noting that both of these sets are all plastic.
Which is fantastic.
But not true for everything else we're going to talk about.
Yep.
Which I know is going to suck for a lot of people. So, interestingly, you get 93 from the Tomb King set, but only 75.
That makes sense. The Tomb Kings, well, historically, the undead are generally more, like, swarmy.
Right.
It's also the books separately.
So, in this, I do like that this calls out that if you already have an army, that you can just buy the new book.
Mm-hmm.
And we have seen that there are new rules. They've updated a lot of things. So, it's not just 8th edition Warhammer Fantasy.
Right.
It's like Horus Heresy.
Yeah. It's the next edition of something they canceled, 10 years ago.
Right, basically. Oh, man, that was 10 years ago. You got the main rule book. You've got it's... My brain wants to say the Legions Imperialis book. It's Forces of Fantasy, which is elves, dwarves, men, Bretonnians, and then Ravening Hordes is Tomb Kings, but also Beastmen, Warriors, Chaos, and Orc and Goblin tribes. Notable, there's some missing ones here. There's no vampire counts, it looks like. Unless those are under the Tomb Kings, which would be very, very strange, and the Tomb Kings would be really mad about that.
So I know when they first announced, not first announced, because they first announced it like 4 years ago. When they announced some of the rules, they were only so many factions they were putting out.
Yes.
And I don't think vampires was on there.
It was not.
Yeah, so probably not. This looks like it for now.
Yep. I am still waiting for those promised Kislev and Cathay factions that they talked about when this first, the thing they were trying to hook us with. Arcane Journal.
What's an Arcane Journal?
It's basically more background and more rules. So Heroes of Legend and 2 Armies of Infamy.
It's a supplement to a book that comes out the same day.
Yep.
It's day 1 DLC. Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, so that's kind of
disappointing.
Yeah. And then here we get to the stuff that they hadn't already announced. Pre-order a range of Bretonnian models in plastic, metal, and Forge World resin.
Oh no.
Battle Standard on Royal Pegasus.
So that's the guy that's in... No, that's not the guy that's in the box.
No, it's not, but he is plastic.
That's good.
Pegasus Knights. These are in the box.
Yes.
Plastic.
Are we sure the previous guy was
is that not him? Wait. Oh, it is him.
Well, he has the standard. The other one has the...
Yeah, because you can just build them.
Yeah, just
multi-options. Pegasus Knights, these are not new, but they are plastic.
Grail Knights.
These are metal.
Ooh.
Metal knights on plastic horses.
And showing their age. Look at that. Look at that flail.
Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Look at that thick banner.
Oh, man. Jerry, did you make your banner out of cardboard?
Yeah, it's got to look like it's flapping in the breeze.
There's no breeze here, man. Oh, boy. Battle Pilgrims and Grail Relic.
So these are the... what are these in?
12 metal Battle Pilgrims.
I mean, honestly, it's still better than Fine Cast.
9 different models, 3 of which are included twice.
I love that.
The Reliquary kit is 7 metal models.
If we're being real, the fact that some of the models are still old and quote-unquote recast is not going to slow people down that actually want to play this game. Because that's what they loved about the old stuff.
Yeah. And having built, I kind of like some metal models.
Yeah, I've built metal models I enjoy.
It's when we get to the Forge World resin stuff that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, you just had some Forge World resin issues, didn't you?
Uh-huh. Mounted Yeoman and Mounted Yeoman Command. These are metal models on plastic horses.
Yay. I do love the metal models that have the, I'm supposed to be sitting on a horse, bowed legs.
Superman
Those
spread.
Look so funny.
Handmaiden of the Lady.
That's actually a good model.
This is one of the newer ones.
Yep.
This is Forge World resin.
I mean, it still looks good.
New Forge World resin can be okay. I just put together the Lady of Ash kit, who is new Forge World resin. Fantastic kit to put together.
Right.
Wonderfully detailed. Not at all a pain to put together. And you can tell she's newer. I mean, you can just tell looking at her face.
Yeah. Newer paint job, newer print.
Right.
Yeah, it looks great.
Battle standard on foot and mounted.
This looks like straight out of Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah, I can see that.
Maybe put some extra crests on their head. Other than that,
more skulls on the Cities of Sigmar ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, these are again Forge World resin.
Mm-hmm.
This one's the one we've seen before.
We did show off. They did show off.
He is Forge World resin, but he's new, which means he's probably really fine to put together.
Yep. And the classic stabbed through orc head. Love it.
And then reference cards and dice.
The old school dice.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said cube, but it's not a cube.
They're leading full into.
They are. Oh my god.
Hey, look, it's a Flesh Eater Quartz cards.
I hate you, Josh.
And then more day one DLC for a thing just releasing.
Yeah.
Arcane Journal. This is 3 Heroes of the Dead, including the iconic first Tomb King, Cetra the Imperishable. So if you want Cetra's rules, you have to get this book.
And if you want the army's rules, you have to get the other book. So
Cetra, the single flagship meme character of that faction, his rules are in a separate book.
Love it.
Going full GW on this, I see.
Yeah. Again, it won't stop people.
No, but it'll stop me.
Yeah, that's true.
Tomb Guard. 20
plastic. Woo.
Yep. These are classic kits, so they are old and showing their age, but they are plastic. And they're skeletons, so they're okay.
Yeah, they're fine.
Sepulchral Stalkers or Necropolis Knights.
I do actually really like this kit.
Same.
Those look amazing.
I really do actually want one of these kits.
I like how it's a Naga or a dude just riding an undead cobra.
A dude surfing a... it's not even... they're constructs. So they're made of stone and brought to life.
They're so cool.
And yeah, surfing on a stone snake sounds like a euphemism for something, but it's just really amazing is what it is. Yeah, these are also plastic.
Wow, they're plastic.
So definitely getting these.
Yeah, those look really cool. I might have to proxy those as something. Even if I just use the Cobra part and put something else on top, those look really sweet.
You could put these into the Slanesh army really easily.
Oh, that's true.
To say nothing, of course, the undead stuff.
Yeah.
And then Necrosphinx, who is also plastic. Again, not new.
Yeah,
but plastic.
I recognize that old model.
Unlike Bretonnians, the Tomb Kings got a rash of plastic releases right at the end of Warhammer Fantasy.
Right before the world exploded.
So a lot of these are plastic.
Yeah.
Necrosphinx, who can also be built as Kitty.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same kit. That makes sense, though.
Yep. Optional
the Wasp
assembly, Khemrian War Sphinx, Kitty.
I do really like the paint job they did with the black and blue stone.
Yeah,
that looks so cool.
They made it look like a carved stone statue brought to life,
but
then covered with gilded armor. Again, I really like a lot of this. This stuff just looks so much better than the Bretonnian stuff.
It does.
The detail.
It's just head and shoulders above it. That's not me showing my undead favoritism.
I mean, I don't have undead favoritism, and I agree.
That's fair. This guy, on the other hand, again, Cetra being the leader, the meme lord.
Yep.
Does not look great.
Cetra, who does not surf.
Cetra no surfing. Doesn't look great.
These guys surf. Cetra does not surf. He is metal on plastic. So plastic skeleton horses. I'm guessing. Look at how bad those horses look.
They look really bad.
Citra himself looks pretty good though.
Yeah, the man himself looks great, but the chariot and the horses.
And then this metal model, definitely showing his age. This thing's gonna be so bendy.
Yeah. Well, you said metal?
Yep.
Oh, he'll be fine then.
This metal. Well, no. I mean, you can bend it back, but it's gonna come bent.
Yes. His pants go so high.
Well, he's an old man.
He has very, very little torso.
He's an old man. His pants are going up to his shoulders, and he's telling you to get off his lawn.
There you go.
And you got the Ushapti.
Those also look pretty cool.
Showing their age a little bit. But the Horus head one is particularly, I think just looks amazing. Ushapti, you can build with the melee version or the bow version. I like the melee version better.
Yeah, me too. But I like the glaive that they have. Looks really cool.
But they're both really cool.
What is this in?
Metal. So
wow, those are metal. Those look good for metal.
They're good metal. They're going to be a little challenging to put together because big metal kits like this are going to come in with quite a few different pieces.
That's true. You can kind of tell that they're big metal because other than the heads and the arms, you can tell the body's exactly the same.
Right.
Across all three.
Yeah.
Like the tail's in the same direction. All that stuff.
Although these aren't the metal ones.
Yeah, you're right. Weird. But anyway, yeah, those look great for metal.
Yeah. And then good old Tomb King. This is the new one we saw.
Yep.
You can just tell how he's Forge World resin, but new, so he's probably going to be fine to build.
Yep.
We talked about this when we saw him. He looks fine.
Oh, you didn't make the joke, Josh. That this is Tomb King, named for the name of.
Oh
the
yeah,
Tomb
this is Tomb King. As we know, the Tomb Kings are called Tomb Kings because they're named after their initial leader, John Tomb, the king.
the king. Duh.
If Warhammer 40k lore has taught me anything, so that's definitely how that works. The problem is that joke got ruined because it says under Cetra's thing that he's the first Tomb King.
That's true.
Which he is.
This is the real first Tomb King. It's all a conspiracy.
It's John Tomb of Tomb Kings fame.
Oh my God, it's John Tomb.
This is also a new kit.
Actually, I don't mind it.
But if you compare that one, to this one,
they look way different.
He looks older.
He does.
Also Forge World resin, but new, probably going to be fine. Although that being said, look how chunky that banner is.
That's a big boy. Tomb Swarms.
These are new. Also resin.
Forge World resin. Those look really sweet.
Yeah.
I could see people using those as swarms in other stuff.
Endless spells or, just swarms.
The, whatever the ghosty one is. Nope, can't think of the name right now.
Spirit hosts.
Yeah, the Spirit host. Just color them green and they're a Spirit host.
Yep. Tomb Kings of Khemri reference cards and dice.
And dice.
And then there's also generic old world dice set for if you, are playing one of the other factions.
Yep.
And then reference card packs for your common magic items, which are basically kind of like enhancements for your Age of Sigmar player, and spell lores. These are both Empire Wizards on here, so, we know the Empire's coming eventually, but...
True. I just really actively hate GW's choice of sleeves.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
Yep, they are. And then we get to this is not new, but it's interesting the way they're executing it.
This is similar to what they did with Epic.
Yeah.
Because they put out all the bases and stuff separate.
In the previews, they've talked about how even though everything's still on square bases, some of the base sizes are changing to be bigger because a lot of them were just stuffed on those old 25mm bases. There are still, or rather 20mm square bases.
Yeah.
The smallest has bumped up to 25mm square, and then there's also, as you can see,
which I'm fine with. 20 is way too small.
Yeah, it was. It's laughably tiny. This lets you rebase them basically. Yeah. So, and then what I really like is the movement trace. These modular movement trays are a great idea.
Did they do this before, or is this a new thing? Because I remember...
I don't know. I never played Old World. I wouldn't know.
It might not have been GW. It might have been Mantic that had this kind of thing. Because I remember there being... I used to play the Ninth Age, and they had movement trays that had like the edges that came separate. But I don't know if that was a normal thing or if that was just Mantic or what. But
so yeah, basically you get sheets of plastic, and then you... kind of just cut them out and glue edges on them to make your own movement trace, which is great. I like that overselling a bunch
of different types.
Yeah, overselling a bunch of different types in multi-packs that then you don't get to use all of them.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's also a nice map.
Yay.
Which is kind of strange because like the Tomb King stuff is all down south below here.
Favoritism.
Clearly.
No, I just want to get this and look so close at it and see like a random Skaven symbol.
So the thing is, Skaven Blight is right there.
Oh, well, I was close.
Yeah, Skaven Blight. Like this right.
I love that whole peninsula. There's just nothing on it.
So, in the lore, this is basically Spain and Italy.
Oh,
so it's Talea, which is like basically Italians. They never really got their own army. They had dogs of war.
Okay.
If you remember that, which is like the mercenary forces.
I truly don't.
But Skavenblight, which was the head Skaven city, was in a swamp like right here.
Oh, don't even point it out.
Nope.
Dang.
And then on Saturday, the 20th of January, the day the old world hits store shelves, hey, that gives us an answer.
Hey, it did tell us.
It's a 2-week pre-order.
Whee!
So these are going up for order on
The 6th.
6th and coming out the 20th.
I love that it took until this point to tell us when they were coming out.
Well, that's what I get for not reading ahead of time. Basically, a bunch of stuff going on at Warhammer World.
Yep.
Which, as people who live in America, does not affect us at all. All right, we move on from the old world to the new world. The newer world, the upcoming. It's 40K, all right? It's 40K.
We go from the old dusty skeletons to the metal skeletons.
Yeah, and some other things.
And some other stuff.
Warhammer 40K made to order. So, we've got 2 Necron Overlords because there's not enough of those.
Well, one is an Overlord, one is a Lord, which just got canceled. And
It says 2 Overlords.
Oh, well, that's incorrect. That is the Lord sculpt.
Yeah, but there's no Lord anymore.
That's true.
So it's just an Overlord.
So it's Overlords. I hate.
And a Cryptek.
The very first Cryptek that's, I'm assuming, still in Finecast.
And an upgrade kit to turn a plastic destroyer into a destroyer lord.
Yeah.
Which is very important for some people because currently that's the only way you can get a destroyer lord.
It is.
Unless you want to... Most people just take a destroyer and like convert it a little bit.
Yeah, give them some random scythe or whatever.
But this is how you can do it officially.
Huron Blackheart as a Chaos character.
Yeah, that's this guy, right?
Mm-hmm. He has the claw with a melta in his palm, which is pretty cool.
Oh, it's that the Guillermo del Toro movie, Pan's
No,
Labyrinth.
Oh, Pan's Labyrinth.
He's got the Pan's Labyrinth thing.
He does have the Eye of Horus in his palm. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
The Iron Warrior's Warsmith, which is not a warp smith, which is different.
He's also made of metal.
He's also metal, but he does look pretty. He actually kind of looks cool. The Iron Warriors have a cool knight aesthetic that I like.
Everything else is resin.
Everything else is resin.
So everything's resin except for the Warsmith, who is metal. I might get the Warsmith kit. I always kind of wanted that one.
Yeah, he looks kind of sweet.
It holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
And him being metal is just thematic.
Yes.
But not to be left behind, there's even more.
And this is all Forge World resin.
Yep. Space Marine Commanders, Luke Huron, Astral Claws, basically.
Oh, it's my favorite, Lugdful.
Lugged Huron.
Honestly, this sculpt looks kind of cool, but the name is very stupid.
Yeah, I don't like this guy's... His head looks very Gundam.
It does. It might just be the paint job.
And along with the Honor Guard of the Red Scorpions, which I like, this is a little like diorama thing going on here.
Yeah, it looks like the bases can come off of that. So yeah, 30K-ish diorama.
Honor Guard not pictured. Oh, so this is Regents of the Ordon Rift, complete with a diorama base.
Oh.
And yeah, because it says the Honor Guard not pictured.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's a Landspeeder Tempest, which is just a chunk of resin. They didn't even bother painting.
Yep. And looks worse than the newer Landspeeders.
Yeah.
It looks really bad.
Looks like a Star Wars car that they just kind of stole for 40K, which I mean is what that is, honestly.
Yeah,
but
basically.
The only one thing I do like about this Landspeeder is that it is a closed cockpit. Because
That's true.
I hate the Landspeeder being a...
Open cockpit is just stupid.
Get in,
Are you going to jump out?
Get in, loser, we're going empiring. And then you get just some random, this is a Necron Sentry pylon.
Yeah, which is very cool, and I've wanted that for a while. But I've seen people make that out of MDF.
Yeah.
That's how simple it is, and $250.
And then this is a set of singularity generators for the Seraptech Heavy Construct, which we'll put a picture for here, which is also Forge World resin. All this is made to order, available from the 6th of January.
Yep.
And last, I was going to say not least, but it's absolutely least.
It's definitely
Black
least.
Library, special edition Bretonnia stuff. The End Times, which I'm sure will be better received this time. It won't be because it was bad.
This is what happened, literally when Old World was getting destroyed, right?
Yeah, they released all these books to wrap up what was happening to various characters and stuff like that. And they were all kind of quickly written. Some characters they literally forgot about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh crap, we got to end this world. Right, what's happening to everybody? Basically, everybody's characters dies in unsatisfying ways, except for Cetra, who 1v1's a dragon ogre.
I'm trying to think of literally any named character from Old World, except for the ones that survived, like Thanquol and Bone Ripper.
Yeah, Thanquol. Well, Bone Ripper did not exist in Old World.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait, no. Did he build? He did build Bone Ripper. Yeah. It's a different Bone Ripper.
Gotcha.
Thanquol survived because he walked through a portal, followed by Gotrek.
Oh, nice.
Not Felix though. Felix flippin' died.
I was trying to think of some named character that like slipped and fell on a rock and busted his head, and that's how he died.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't think you would know anybody.
No, not really.
Most of them survived until the last second when Manfred Varden Karstein decided to spitefully kill them all by ruining a ritual or something like that. It was really dumb.
Manfred is my favorite character, though. He talks to me.
And a White Dwarf. So you brought up that the White Dwarf has new rules for combat patrol, Cursed City, and Age of Sigmar siege battles.
Yeah, Cursed City rules? What?
It's probably just a tiny little like scenario or something like that.
Like one scenario.
But the new rules for combat patrol. Oh god, it's a
Vanguard.
It's the old start collecting.
Oh my god, I hate
the one that the one that's still the only place you can get.
Kill me.
Okay, so for those who are not familiar, the Vanguard suppressors
are
still not available in their own box set. You can only get them from that crappy
multi
Vanguard kit.
What is it? Yeah. But apparently they're making their own combat patrol with that kit.
Yeah. Because we desperately want people to buy that because suppressors are really bad right now.
They're very bad. Then they're just getting worse.
Yeah.
How is that possible? They should be the best thing in the book so that you go out and buy the stupid multi-box.
Nope. Even GW can't do that. Oh, that's really fun.
Cursed City does actually pique my interest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to look at it, but
if it's really cool,
then I will continue to not play Cursed City because I don't have time to dig out my Cursed City stuff.
Boo. All my models are sitting broken in my basement.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week. But it is a lot.
It is a lot. You say that's it like it was like it was 4 things.
It's finally over.
It is.
Cut the picture of Frodo here at the end of Lord of the Rings Return of the King. It's done.
It's done.
Well, it's not done because you've got a week to wait for this to go up for pre-order.
Mm.
What I don't know and what I'm guessing is what's actually going to make it to your local game store.
Right.
My guess is that these 2 core sets and the books and the journals will make it to your store.
I'm not even 100% sure the books will.
You think they won't?
Nope. I think it's going to be the starter sets, maybe the core rulebook. Maybe.
I was guessing these 3 books.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Arcane journals.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing, because I'm guessing they're going to do what they did for Horse Heresy.
Yeah.
Which is the 2 core sets and the main rulebooks will make it to your local game store, and everything else is gonna be online only, or maybe
Forge
a Games
World.
Workshop store.
Yeah,
especially the stuff that's Forge World resin, but even like these new plastic kits.
Yeah,
I'm betting
might just be online only.
Yeah, well, because like we talked about, half the flippin' Tomb Kings range is plastic.
Yeah,
like the Tomb Guard, the Stalkers, the Necrosphinx, all this is plastic until you get down to Lich Priest and etc.
Yeah.
But I am betting even Kitty here will only be online only, which really kind of sucks.
It does. But if we're wrong, we're wrong.
But it goes up. We'll find out this Saturday, the 6th of January. It'll be a 2-week pre-order period because it's hitting stores the 20th of January.
Correct.
And what a way to launch 2024.
Yeah.
This is earlier than I expected.
Yeah, I agree. I expected more in spring.
Yep, I expected spring, but rumor has it, I mean, not even a rumor, basically all but confirmed, Age of Sigmar 4th edition is going to be coming this summer.
They just came out with the last book. What else are they going to do?
Right, yeah.
Sell you stuff? Come on.
Pump out a few more and then release a new edition. I don't know what I'll be... Honestly, what I'll be getting probably depends on what hits the stores.
Yeah. If there's some online-only stuff that we can get, it depends on price. Some of the... I'm not going to play the game because I'm not... Okay, I said I played 9th Age, and I did like that game. That was fun. But I'm not going to get back into it.
Right.
I will probably just get stuff to convert because the Khemri stuff looks kind of cool.
Yes, same. Here's something else I just realized.
Yeah.
Not everything in these core boxes is coming out separately.
That is true.
So the peasants and the normal
the
knights,
other horses,
along with the Nehakaran horsemen and these...
The skeletal dragon, too.
Yep.
That's a little disappointing that you can't get some of the coolest models outside of the box.
For now. I'm guessing that it'll release separately eventually.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe GW thinks the market's already saturated because this is a returning game, unlike Horus Heresy, where it was kind of. But I guess we'll find out.
We will.
Happy New Year to you all. See you on the other side.
Bye-bye.